Bok choy, also known as pak choy or Chinese cabbage, is a leafy green vegetable that thrives in containers, making it perfect for home gardeners with limited space. Its crisp texture and mild flavor make it a versatile addition to stir-fries, soups and salads. Whether you have a sunny balcony, a patio, or even just a windowsill, you can grow this nutritious vegetable in containers with ease. Follow this step-by-step guide to ensure your bok choy grows healthy and produces an abundant harvest. Don't forget to subscribe to Botanical Bliss for more gardening tips and share this guide with fellow gardening enthusiasts. The first step to growing bok choy successfully is selecting the right container. Bok choy has shallow roots, so a container that is at least 6 to 8 inches deep will suffice. However, the width of the container is equally important. Opt for a pot that is at least 12 inches wide if you're planting multiple plants. Ensure the container has good drainage holes to prevent waterlogging, as soggy soil can lead to root rot and other problems. If you're repurposing an old container, make sure to clean it thoroughly to remove any lingering pathogens or pests. Clay pots, plastic pots, or even wooden boxes can work well for bok choy, as long as they meet the depth and drainage requirements. Bok choy thrives in well-draining, nutrient-rich soil. A mix of potting soil and compost is ideal. The potting soil provides aeration and drainage, while the compost enriches the soil with essential nutrients. For optimal growth, aim for a soil pH between 6.0 and 7.5. If you want to give your bok choy an extra boost, you can mix in a slow-release organic fertilizer before planting. This will provide the plants with a steady supply of nutrients throughout their growth cycle. Bok choy can be grown from seeds or transplants. If you're starting from seeds, plant them directly in the container to avoid disturbing their delicate roots later on. Sow the seeds about ½ an inch deep and space them at least 4 to 6 inches apart. If you're growing a smaller variety, you can plant them closer together but ensure there's enough room for airflow to prevent fungal diseases. After sowing, water the soil gently to settle the seeds. Keep the soil consistently moist but not waterlogged until the seeds germinate, which typically takes 7 to 10 days. Place the container in a spot that gets at least 4 to 6 hours of sunlight daily, as bok choy prefers full to partial sun. If you're using store-bought seedlings or have started seeds indoors, wait until the plants have at least 2 sets of true leaves before transplanting them. Handle the seedlings carefully to avoid damaging the roots. Dig small holes in your container and plant the seedlings at the same depth they were growing before. Gently firm the soil around the base of the plant and water immediately after transplanting. Bok choy has moderate water requirements and prefers consistently moist soil. Water the container whenever the top inch of soil feels dry to the touch. In hot weather, you may need to water daily, especially if you're growing bok choy in smaller containers that dry out quickly. To keep your plants thriving, feed them with a liquid organic fertilizer every 2 weeks. Seaweed extract or fish emulsion are excellent choices for boosting growth and encouraging healthy leaves. Be careful not to over-fertilize, as this can lead to excessive leaf growth at the expense of flavor and texture. Container gardening offers some protection against pests, but bok choy is still susceptible to common garden pests like aphids, cabbage worms, and flea beetles. Inspect your plants regularly for signs of infestation, such as holes in the leaves or clusters of tiny insects. For organic pest control, try spraying your plants with a mixture of water and neem oil. You can also introduce beneficial insects like ladybugs and lacewings to help keep pest populations in check. Covering your container with a fine mesh or row cover can prevent pests from reaching your plants altogether. Bok choy is also prone to fungal diseases like powdery mildew and damping off. To minimize the risk, ensure proper spacing between plants for good airflow and avoid overhead watering. If you notice any infected leaves, remove them promptly to prevent the disease from spreading. Bok choy grows quickly, and you can start harvesting baby greens as early as 30 days after planting. For full-sized heads, wait about 45 to 60 days. To harvest, use a sharp knife or scissors to cut the plant at the base, just above the soil line. Alternatively, you can harvest individual outer leaves, allowing the plant to continue growing for a longer period. When harvesting, aim to pick bok choy in the morning or evening when the leaves are crisp and full of moisture. Avoid harvesting during the hottest part of the day, as the leaves may wilt quickly. Bok choy is a cool season crop that thrives in spring and fall. However, you can extend your growing season by planting heat-tolerant varieties for summer or using shade cloth to protect plants from intense sunlight. In colder months, move your container indoors or into a greenhouse to keep your plants growing. For continuous harvests, practice succession planting by sowing new seeds every 2 weeks. This ensures you'll have fresh bok choy to enjoy throughout the growing season. Bok choy is a versatile and resilient vegetable that adapts well to container gardening. By following these actionable steps, from choosing the right container to harvesting at the right time, you can enjoy a thriving bok choy harvest even in small spaces. Remember, the key to success is consistent care, good soil, and a watchful eye for pests and diseases. If you found this guide helpful, be sure to subscribe to Botanical Bliss for more gardening tips and tricks. Share this guide with your friends and family to inspire them to start their own container gardening journey. Happy gardening, and may your bok choy grow bountifully.